Hello, my name is Rich Howard, owner of Architectural Builder Supply. This video is to bring you a closer look at the Pemko number 359D. This is a dark bronze anodized aluminum T Astragal. You can see why we would call it a T Astragal. Piece of relatively thin gauge aluminum used to seal the gap between two doors. Can be used in really any sort of instance where you want to seal off the gap between two doors. The material is very thin, so it's not going to require a great significant gap between the two doors. Let's go over the dimensional properties of it now. There is an image below this video showing the important dimensional properties, or some of them. The width of the crown is 1 inch, as you can see. The overall height is 11/16. Okay, closer to 3/4 inch. The dimension not given is the material thickness. And it appears to be consistent. 50 thousandths, 0.050, 0.050 thick. So that's going to be the thickness of a kick plate. That's going to be less than 1/16 of an inch. So is very likely going to work without modification of existing door clearance. Unless, of course, the doors are already basically touching. This ought to work for you. Now, what's interesting about this Astragal is that nails are included. So you're going to be expected to pierce through this with the nails, and obviously you're going to want to pre-drill that. You're not going to want to take that nail and try to hammer through even 50 thousandths thick aluminum. Okay, this 359 is available in only 4 lengths: 80 inch, 84 inch, 96 inch, and 120 inch. 120 inch you'll want to avoid if it's not necessary because of the cost to ship something so long. It would be incredibly expensive to ship it because it has to go LTL. The 359 is going to be available in the A finish for mill aluminum. It'll be available in the BDG, bright dip gold anodized aluminum. Of course, the D finish. And that's it. Those those 3 color types: mill aluminum, bright dip gold, and then dark bronze. Not all of them are available in 120 inch. Actually, the bright dip gold and the mill aluminum, forgive me, all 3 are available in 120 inch. Now, you can use this in applications other than doors. I've sold this to people who are sealing, quite frankly, windows. Other applications have been just basically to seal off windows in the traditional sense, where you might have a restaurant or some sort of business that opens up relatively small windows in the summertime. I've also sold this to people as a cap, believe it or not, between the lower or the upper sash and the lower sash of double hung windows, where they've let this, because it's so thin, sit right inside of that gap, sealing off the area relatively well. You would say, well, that's not a very elegant way to do that. That's true. I agree. If you have 100-year-old windows in a historically protected facility, there's nothing you can do to those existing windows. And then we've also gotten into a point where we've added self-adhesive material from Pemko down onto here, like the S771, S88, whatever, to just seal the gap, adding to that. And as a matter of fact, I happen to have an example of the 356 here that will show that similar sort of scenario of what I'm talking about. Okay, different Astragal piece, but just the concept illustrated, I suppose. Now, the Pemko 359 is a common item for residential applications. You don't see it used in commercial applications because it doesn't apply really, although we've sold it to people that were doing, that had a commercial space and they had pairs of wood doors where they simply needed to seal off the gap and do so in an architecturally pleasing way. The dimension underside the head to the back of the Astragal, as you can see, is about 9/16. So that's going to interfere or conflict with hardware to a certain extent. You will likely need to notch that out around a strike plate, possibly a flush bolt. But the truth of the matter is it's such thin aluminum that that shouldn't be too much of a difficulty for you. There is a link below this video to a document called Printable Cut Sheet. It's just a larger version of the dimensional drawing. Finally, there is a link below this video to the manufacturer's page where you can pull up not only all of the Pemko products that we sell, but a link to the manufacturer's website, along with a link to the full product catalog. If you have any questions on the Pemko number 359D, dark bronze anodized aluminum T Astragal, or any other Pemko product, please feel free to reach out to us. Thank you.